A 28-year-old man in Texas will spend more than 6 decades behind bars for repeatedly R-ing and eventually impregnating an 11-year-old girl. The state district court ordered Jose Manuel Rodriguez-Aguirre to serve a sentence of 65 years in prison without the possibility for parole after a jury found him guilty on one count of continuous SA of a child. The scumbag knew and had ongoing access to the victim, whose name was not released due to her age and the nature of the offense. Prosecutors said that he sexually aided the victim, so SA'd the victim, for approximately 1 year, beginning when she was only 11 years old. The SA came to light when the victim went to the doctor for her annual physical and it was discovered that she was pregnant at the age of 11. The victim told a family member about the abuse, which was then relayed to CPS, Child Protective Services, as well as the Wiley Police Department. The case was taken over by Wiley Police Department detectives, and the victim subsequently underwent a forensic interview at the Children's Advocacy Center of Collin County. During the interview, police said that the 11-year-old girl disclosed numerous details about the SA. A DNA paternity test was conducted, which indicated that there was a strong likelihood that the scumbag that has been sentenced for 65 years in jail, in prison, there was a strong likelihood that he was the father of the victim's child. During the trial, the victim took the stand and testified against the scumbag in question. The jury not only convicted him on the continuous SA of a child charge, but also assessed that he should be punished with a sentence of 65 years in prison. Under Texas state law, any sentence for continuous SA of a child must be served without eligibility for parole. Such a disturbing case, such a disturbing situation, but tragically we're aware that this case is not unique. This type of disgusting debauchery, is that the right word? Disgusting evil happens. I'm very glad that Texas has such stringent sentencing, 65 years without the eligibility for parole. I applaud that. I guess that is the blessing here, that the sick perpetrator has been caught, had the opportunity to go to trial, was found guilty due to the evidence, which includes DNA evidence, with the very strong likelihood that he is the father of the victim's child. We're not told about whether or not the pregnancy is continuing. My memory may be a little bit foggy, but I think in the last 12 months, Texas has significantly altered its abortion laws, did it not? Some of the other states, I think it was a federal declaration. I read about it at the time, but I forget these things. So I believe that Texas may be one of those states in which abortion is not permitted even in this type of situation. I don't want to get into the whole question of abortion really, but I will say, I suppose I am going to get into the subject. I will say that, do I want to give my opinion? I'm anti-abortion, but there are exceptions to that, and this would certainly constitute one of the exceptions in my mind. I would imagine that childbirth would be dangerous for an 11-year-old girl, 12-year-old girl, on a physical level and also a mental level. The girl's already gone through way too much already. I think her well-being needs to be prioritized. So I don't know what the answer is. Perhaps an abortion has already occurred, and if so, then for me, then yeah, if that's deemed to be the best thing for the victim, the 11-year-old girl, then so be it, even though I'm not a fan of abortion. So yeah, the blessing is that the scumbag has been caught. They've been sentenced to 65 years in prison. Texas are doing the right thing in denying parole. I'm not an expert in sentencing. Of course, it varies from country to country and from state to state, but parole really goes to demean a lot of sentences out there, particularly in England. A lot of the child murder cases that I've covered in England, someone might get a 25-year sentence in prison, but they have eligibility for parole after 8 years, 10 years, 12 years, and that's not good enough. So I do applaud Texas's approach in this case, and I do hope that the guards, the fellow inmates of whatever facility the scumbag ends up in, his name again, Jose Manuel Rodriguez-Aguirre, I do hope that the guards and inmates get ample opportunity on a very regular basis to have nice cozy little chats with this scumbag and have the opportunity to ask him about his treatment of the 11-year-old girl in question that he continuously over a period of a year subject us to horrendous SA, impregnated the girl. It's just horrendous and hideous and absolutely disgusting, and I hope the other inmates and the guards get to express their feelings on the subject. So I'm going to wrap up this article at this point. Of course, full condolences to the family of the young girl. Let's hope and pray that she gets all of the support that she needs moving forward. We're not told if she is still with her family or if she's a warden of the state. We're not told, but I do hope that she gets all of the emotional support that she's going to require, psychological support. So I'm going to wrap this article up. I will be making more videos. Please don't watch too many of my videos. I love that you do watch the videos, especially those that listen all the way through to the end. To those that don't mind or even perhaps enjoy my waffle, my commentary, I really appreciate that, but don't watch too many of my videos. They're too depressing. This is one of them, which is very depressing. The last one I made was very depressing. I really would like to make less depressing videos, but unfortunately this is the topic that I've chosen, so it is what it is. So if you do appreciate the coverage, please do like, comment, subscribe, share the video as you see fit. Consider joining my memberships. I've got a grand total of 0 members so far, hoping to get to 2 members before the end of the year. That might be nice. I'm being a little bit sarcastic. I would like members, that would be great, but I've got to concentrate on improving the channel and I guess developing the community, which perhaps could be done, I don't know, in a variety of different ways. But anyway, yeah, if you're able to join the memberships, that would be great, but it's no problems. And I'll wrap things up. Thanks for listening. Take care.